From A to B, that's what they say. Point A is where you are. Point B is where you go. A, B, A, B, A, B. It has always been like this. But something has changed. Today, the way itself is what we care about. It has become our new point B. We want to reach a future in which mobility adapts to our needs, not the other way around. We want to travel to our favorite places and at the same time preserve their beauty. We want to change commuting into exploring. And we want to move through a world in which smarter means safer. That's our destination for the future. From A to me.
There are 24 hours in a day and 30,000 days in a life. How many do we use for our passion? Some take a break from the daily routine by reading a book or enjoying a relaxing dinner. We don't. We believe in happiness on two wheels. And sometimes there's someone close to us who wants to share our passion. But it's not as easy as sharing a new flavor of ice cream. They must be athletic and train hard to experience mountain biking like we do. But now there is an innovation that changes everything. Only need to get started. First, you feel excitement. With every push, you gain more control over your body, your bike, and the trail, while you leave behind all thoughts of other things. You breathe deep of the cool, fresh air and listen to nature's rhythms. Your mind expands, relaxes. You climb like flowing water, and you race down like a bird of prey. Every stage you master rewards you with joy and balance. You are ready. You take the challenge. everything becomes one. Time stands still, and you feel like you were born for nothing else. The only thing better is to share this experience with someone who understands. Conquer the peaks together. We make that happen.
Take a deep breath. Air is the essential element of life. Even the tiniest of us depend on it. But do we know what we breathe? The majority of the worldwide population lives in areas with inadequate air quality. People around the globe have a need for mobility, but also a vital necessity to breathe clean air. Improving air quality and securing individual mobility requires not less, but more technology. Close and precise air monitoring enables cities to improve their clean air programs. Data-based traffic flow management can reduce today's emissions significantly. In the near future, emissions of modern combustion engines will have only negligible effects on ambient air quality. Electric vehicles drive locally emissions-free. Providing renewable electricity is necessary to make electromobility sustainable.
There's only 60 minutes to make the pickup, but someone has to run the gauntlet.
Well, the solar panels are down, and if the wind stops blowing, we're back to the Stone Age, folks.
I'll do it.
Lucky the stealth bike's still half charged.
Should be enough to get you there. Just try not to break it.
As if I could.
The battery should make it home if you take it easy, but don't be late. And remember, don't stop for anyone or anything.
I'm here.
I gave them an hour. 60 seconds.
So you want want to come join us?
Yeah, we want to get out of here.
Hey! Hippie girl.
We are not born to stand still. We are meant to move forward. That's our mindset, our drive. It's how we think, how we ride. 10 years ago, we were little more than a startup, always driven by one big idea: to shape the future of e-biking, to set the pace. For us, it's more than a unique way of riding. It's a lifestyle, a movement, the flow. This keeps us moving, taking on today's global challenges, constantly evolving and innovating, setting the pace for a better tomorrow where connectivity will be key between everything and everyone. We will continue our journey from an idea to a whole new connected biking experience, shaping the future of mobility. Let's set the pace and take the flow to the next level.
I wanna get rocked by you. I wanna get stopped by you. I wanna get high with you. I wanna break through with you. It's never enough for you, but I just wanna get rocked by you. You and feel free. I just want to get rocked by you and feel free. I just want to get rocked by you and feel free. I wanna get rocked by you. I wanna get rocked by you. I wanna get rocked by you. I wanna get rocked by you.
As individual components, an electric motor, power electronics, and a transmission require complex handling. For example, the electric motor and power electronics need their own cooling circuits. For more efficiency, Bosch combines these three components into one compact and cost-effective system, the so-called E-axle. Its compact design with only one cooling circuit lowers the costs and improves efficiency. The drive system's performance is additionally increased by an optimized electric motor and power electronics. This makes the E-axle a perfect all-in-one solution for electric and hybrid vehicles. Its high degree of efficiency makes it possible to get a higher range from the same battery capacity, or get the same range from a smaller battery compared to current electric vehicles. Further advantages of the all-in-one solution are reduced development time and a scalable E-axle for a range of vehicle categories, from passenger cars to light commercial vehicles. Driverless cars, connected services, new sharing concepts. The automotive industry is in the midst of change. The Internet of Things is opening up a whole new world of possibilities that will push the boundaries of mobility. But what will the future really look like on the roads? One thing is for certain. New technologies are going to revolutionize today's mobility. They will turn the journey into a digitally enhanced experience and connect the vehicle to its surroundings. With Bosch, connected mobility is becoming a reality. More efficient, safer, and more comfortable and convenient. Electromobility is the future of road traffic, and high-performance batteries with a long operating life are key to its success. Battery in the Cloud is a system of innovative cloud services from Bosch that measurably improve the performance and operating life of batteries. The modular system continuously monitors, analyzes, and optimizes the battery condition. For battery optimization, the services utilize data collected from the entire fleet, not just from an individual vehicle. Factors that stress the battery are identified using lifetime monitoring. Vehicle operating data and battery load data are transmitted to the cloud and analyzed. This enables vehicle fleet operators, for instance, to identify the stress factors affecting the battery, prevent premature aging of the battery by adapting key parameters, and ultimately reduce the total cost of ownership. Predictive diagnostics is used to predict battery-related faults. After transmission and analysis of the battery data, the service calculates a prognosis that identifies potentially problematic battery conditions. The service then recommends preventive courses of action, such as a timely visit to a vehicle workshop. With this, vehicle manufacturers and fleet operators are able, for instance, to reduce the occurrence of unexpected battery failure and the associated costs, as well as increase the driver's confidence in the technology. Protective charging enhances the standard charging method specified in the factory settings by providing two additional options. Bosch Lifetime Charging extends the battery life without increasing its standard charging time. If the vehicle needs a quick charge, Bosch Fast Charging uses dedicated electrochemical models to reduce the charging time without degrading the operating life of the battery. The actual condition of the battery and how some specific key factors compare with those of a new battery are certified by the Usage Certificate. It is an ideal basis for determining the battery's residual value when reselling the vehicle. This means that a transparent and manipulation-proof assessment of the battery's health is provided for every phase of its life cycle. Vehicle manufacturers, fleet operators, mobility service providers, and drivers of electric vehicles all benefit from Battery in the Cloud. The modular services extend the battery's operating life, enhance its performance, reduce the costs, make vehicle use more convenient, and increase the driver's confidence in the technology. The vision is becoming a reality. Urban roads are set to see more and more electric vehicles. Within the context of forward-thinking services, Bosch stands for Intelligent Vehicle Connectivity with Infrastructure and the Outside World. Convenience charging is one of them. The artificial intelligence-enabled recommendation engine for location-based services is at the heart of this service. The self-learning system recognizes drivers' individual preferences and the context of the specific situation. For example, their favorite food and drink, professional and private interests, preferred shopping options, weekend or working day, brands, and much more. Based on this, the service links the route entered with suitable charging stops and the user's personalized points of interest. Thanks to an intelligent recommendation algorithm, the selected preferences from previous trips are also included. The route planning is linked to an extremely accurate range forecast. Current traffic and weather conditions, the topology of the route, the number of occupants, as well as historical driving behavior and energy consumption functions used in the vehicle are key factors for the calculation. In addition to navigation, the driver's personal preferences, and the context of the specific situation, the service also processes the user's individual diary and schedules. For instance, if an appointment is brought forward, The service calculates alternative charging stops to ensure that charging is as time efficient as possible. The planned lunch in a nearby restaurant is, for example, replaced by a meal delivery to the charging station. If an appointment is cancelled or postponed, the service can recommend a film fan, for example, to stop at a charging station equipped with free Wi-Fi. The range of possible attractive location-based services is almost limitless. Shopping deliveries from supermarkets, voucher promotions, cooperation with surrounding dealers, food deliveries from restaurants or delivery services, as well as a special charge-tainment program in the vehicle are just a few of the options. Convenience charging turns charging into a great experience with individual added value for drivers of electric vehicles. At below zero temperatures in winter or high outdoor temperatures in the summer, adverse weather conditions represent a challenge for the range of electric powertrain systems. With intelligent thermal management from Bosch, heat or cold are channeled exactly wherever they are needed. The interplay between the coolant and refrigerant circuit is perfectly coordinated. At cold outdoor temperatures, both the vehicle interior and the battery require heating. Interior heating efficiency is improved by means of a heat pump and waste heat recovery. This has a positive impact on range. The waste heat of the electric powertrain heats the battery. An electric heater can be used in addition. This way, the battery provides full power at all times. When outdoor temperatures are very high, the refrigerant circuit ensures that the interior remains cool. The battery must also be cooled via a chiller using the refrigerant circuit. This can achieve the best possible useful life for the battery. The e-axle is cooled via the radiator, separate from the battery. This enables particularly energy-efficient and unlimited cooling. Fast charging causes the temperatures in the battery to rise very swiftly. To ensure that the maximum temperature is not exceeded, the air conditioning's full cooling power is transferred to the battery refrigerant circuit via the chiller. Thermal management is as individual as the vehicle and its respective application. For a perfect interplay, Bosch offers individual simulation and system design, with all components necessary for intelligent thermal management. Each scenario can be analyzed and calculated precisely in advance. Comprehensive system expertise of the e-axle through to battery management and electronics ensures the very best possible performance in each application. Always the right temperature, thanks to intelligent thermal management from Bosch. Innovative Bosch technology makes commercial vehicle trailers both electric and smart. As such, trailers with an electrified axle actually help to recuperate energy when braking and driving downhill. The energy recuperated in this manner is then available for use in various applications. In turn, this reduces fuel consumption and emissions. The electrification solution comprises an electric motor or its active components, the power electronics and control unit. It is easy to integrate into new vehicles and can also be retrofitted. The system is based on thoroughly tested components from Bosch's portfolio of volume production automotive technology. The electric motor's generator mode becomes active when braking or driving downhill. The braking energy released is converted into electrical energy and stored in the high-voltage battery. It can then be used to cool the transported cargo, assist the semi-trailer when moving off, or park and maneuver the trailer independently of the tractor unit, to name just a few examples. Electrifying axles on trailers and commercial vehicles is just one example of how electromobility can already bring practical and resource-saving benefits to the commercial vehicle sector today. Supplying energy via an electric axle is particularly suited to refrigerator transport operations. Refrigeration units can be efficiently operated using the energy recuperated through this process. This substantially reduces energy costs. Consequently, refrigeration does not incur any fuel consumption nor any emissions. What's more, electrical operation is very quiet and therefore ideal for urban supply operations, particularly at night or in the evening. The energy recuperated with the electrified axle can provide additional torque at the trailer axle to assist the semi-trailer's powertrain without consuming fuel. This is achieved by feeding the energy from the battery to the electric motors on the trailer axle. This gives trucks an additional boost when driving uphill and helps construction vehicles to move off more easily in construction pits. The additional power therefore provides reliable assistance in off-road conditions too. With Bosch electrification components, trailers can be remotely maneuvered and parked in depots or port facilities. This takes place completely independently of a tractor unit thanks to the additional electrical power. The result is increased tractor unit availability and a simultaneous reduction in maneuvering traffic. In the future, and in combination with additional sensors, the electrified axle will also facilitate automated driving in suitable areas. Trailers will then be able to move safely and automatically without active intervention from a human driver. The electrified axle, just one of Bosch's contributions to the efficient, resource-saving commercial vehicle of the future.
Welcome to the Bosch Virtual Driving Center. Here we use computer simulations of a variety of driving situations to constantly further develop technology for the automobile. Today I'd like to present to you the Bosch systems for hybrid and electric vehicles. The powertrain electrification represents a considerable contribution toward making cars even more economical and environmentally friendly. Over the next 20 years, highly developed internal combustion engines will dominate the automobile market because the constant further development of gasoline and diesel systems during that period will make the biggest and most economical contribution toward the reduction of fuel consumption and CO2 output. But today's hybrid systems already represent the first step in the electrification of the powertrain. Hybrid vehicle technology creates potential for fuel savings and independence from dwindling fossil fuel resources, and CO2 output will also be further reduced. Bosch now already has the technology for drive units that are entirely electric and produce no CO2. Over the next 10 to 20 years, technological progress, the increased marketing of electric vehicles, and an expanding battery charging station infrastructure will see electric vehicles become an economical alternative to internal combustion engines. The hybrid drive unit is a combination of combustion engine and electric motor. In certain driving situations, the electric motor supports the internal combustion engine. Do you hear something? No? I don't either. That's because the hybrid control unit from Bosch has switched the engine off. The vehicle is no longer consuming any fuel. Let's take a closer look at that process. A hybrid electric vehicle combines an internal combustion engine and an electric motor in a single propulsion concept. This is the electric motor. It has two functions. As a motor, it drives the vehicle electrically. As a generator, it produces electrical energy and charges the battery. The connection between the electric motor and the battery is the inverter. It converts the direct current of the battery into the alternating current used by the electric motor. When driving electrically, the battery supplies the electric motor with energy. The battery is recharged during braking and when driving with combustion engine. Braking action releases a lot of energy. The regenerative braking system from Bosch ensures that as much braking energy as possible is recuperated to charge the battery. The roads are quite busy today, but luckily at low speeds I can drive with electric power alone, so the vehicle consumes no fuel and emits no CO2. Oh, things are moving again. As soon as I accelerate a bit more, the hybrid control unit activates the combustion engine again. I'm now driving in fuel-saving hybrid mode, with the electric drive unit supporting the combustion engine. As soon as you pick up more speed, the combustion engine takes over again. Compared with a conventional combustion engine, hybrid drive reduces fuel consumption and CO2 output by up to 25%. In addition, we're working on solutions to improve the efficiency of the entire system still further. By combining the Bosch navigation system with the hybrid control unit, for instance, prior knowledge of the road profile can optimize the hybrid deployment of combustion engine and electric drive, further reducing CO2 output. Let's move on to the next stage of electrification, the plug-in hybrid. To make longer distance journeys with emissions-free electric drive possible, the hybrid electric vehicle is equipped with a higher performance lithium-ion battery. Before a journey, the battery can be charged directly from a main socket with a charger, hence the term plug-in hybrid. With a plug-in hybrid, you can drive in urban traffic at typically low speeds for up to 70 kilometers using electric drive alone, that is, with zero fuel consumption and emissions-free. When the vehicle is driven faster, the hybrid control unit switches the combustion engine on. The vehicle now continues on in fuel-saving hybrid mode. Both drive units are active. At high speeds, the plug-in hybrid vehicle is still driven by the combustion engine. The battery is simultaneously recharged. Compared to a conventional combustion engine, a vehicle with plug-in hybrid drive reduces fuel consumption and CO2 output by an average of 50%. Electric drive units are becoming increasingly powerful, their range sufficient to satisfy the average mobility requirements of the general public. The electric vehicle, the next step on the electrification trail, will be entirely electrically driven with no combustion engine. The electric vehicle with range extender has a small internal combustion engine on board that can charge the battery on the road if required. Let's see how this completely new drive unit is put together. The electric axle drive sits directly on the axle and contains a separate motor generator that propels the vehicle electrically in motor mode and generates electrical energy for the battery in generator mode. The inverter is the connection between the battery and the electric axle drive. The high-efficiency lithium-ion battery supplies energy to the unit for electric drive only. The battery can be loaded externally using a charger. Braking action releases a lot of energy. The regenerative braking system from Bosch ensures that as much braking energy as possible is recuperated to charge the battery. The range extender is a small combustion engine with a generator that supplies energy for electric drive when the battery is empty. The range capability of this electric vehicle with range extender is enough to cover average daily mobility requirements. Thus, the range extender offers a virtual mobility guarantee. When, after some 80 kilometers, the battery runs down, the range extender jumps in to recharge it on board until you reach the next battery charging station. Compared to a conventional internal combustion engine, an electric vehicle with range extender cuts fuel consumption and CO2 output by an average of 90%. With a dense network of battery charging stations, an entirely electric vehicle that consumes no fuel and emits no CO2 will become a reality. We no longer need the range extender, because this system has a purely electric range of around 200 kilometers. Right, off we go. Thanks to technological progress and an extended infrastructure with a dense network of battery charging stations, electric-only vehicles will quickly increase their market share. Such vehicles are a milestone on the road to fossil fuel independence. They run exclusively on electrical energy with no CO2 output at all. As a system supplier, we at Bosch traditionally think of the vehicle as a composite whole. The same goes for the combustion engine and, of course, for powertrain electrification as well. Though we're familiar with the route, or precisely because of that, we are well aware of the great challenges to be mastered in the coming years. And we're ready for them with technology invented for life by Bosch.
Bosch, invented for life.